Ask and you shall receive. I've had a load of people asking me to do this one. If you're one of those people, watch the whole thing and press the like button. Thanks. This is Hamburger the Motion Picture. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
This is Russell Proco and he's the main character.
Hi.
He's a college student and he's been sent to the school psychiatrist for getting caught with a girl in the shower. Russell explains to the psychiatrist that he just can't stop having sex as women find him irresistible.
All I do at school is have sex.
Poor thing.
He's already been expelled from 3 schools for this, but the psychiatrist is also unable to resist him. Oh no, the dean has walked in and caught them, so Russell's expelled again.
Oh no!
Russell's dad's somewhat disappointed when he hears the news. He tells Russell that if he doesn't get a college education, he's not getting his hands on the $250,000 his granddad left him. Things aren't looking good for Russell, but then he sees this TV commercial for Busterburger University. Yeah, in this world, Busterburger is like McDonald's. It's everywhere, and there's a university where they train their managers. So he heads to his local Busterburger, orders some food, and picks up an application form.
So, is there anything else you'd like to nibble on?
No.
While that's happening, an old woman dies in the drive-thru when this pickle is rude to her. Anyway, Russell's application has clearly been successful, because here we are at Busterburger University. This is where we first hear the Busterburger song that's pretty much played constantly throughout the film.
America, you're getting burger hungry, hungry for the burger that makes you full.
I hadn't seen this since the 80s when I watched it this week, yet I remembered all the words, and now it's stuck in my head again. Thanks. Russell and the other new recruits are to be put through 12 weeks of intense training to become Busterburger franchise managers. Here's his instructor, Drewton.
Drill Sergeant First Class.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
He's telling the new recruits how things work at Busterburger University.
Students are forbidden to leave campus.
Outside food, alcohol, and most importantly, sex are all banned. Now, very much in the mold of Police Academy, the recruits are a diverse group of misfits. You know, the sex-crazed guy, the fat one, the nerd, the nun, the South American freedom fighter, the singer who's been kidnapped and brought in by force to fill a diversity quota.
Come again?
Yes, this film probably goes a bit far on that front. Let's meet them. In Russell's group is Fred Domino. He's sex-obsessed. You may recognise him as Lester the Molester from Hot Dog the Movie. Here's the next one.
Conchita Margarita Consuelo Mario Eugenia López Mezanin.
Says here you're from Guacamole.
Guacamole.
The excuse they've come up with to have her here is that she needs to learn how to feed her troops.
Oh, I see.
Zipster is the nerd. He's obsessed with all things Busterburger.
America, you're getting burger hungry, hungry for the burger that makes you full.
Here's how they explain the nun, Sister Sarah.
What's a nun like you doing in a place like this?
I heard voices. America, you're getting burger hungry.
The fat guy is called Prestapopnik, and Drill Sergeant Drewton immediately decides he hates him.
This is no Porker's paradise.
Just because I love food doesn't mean I can't work around it without eating all the time.
Really?
He has a device called the Fat Boy Pocket Shocker, which stops him from wanting to eat food.
You tub of crap.
This is Magneto Jones. He's a singer. I can't work out how they got him here, but he's handcuffed and will remain so until he graduates. It's explained that they brought him here to fill a diversity quota because the Supreme Court has been snooping around Busterburger and has ruled that there aren't enough black restaurant owners.
Well, that makes sense.
So I suppose it makes sense that they kidnap a professional singer.
Just to prove to the whole world that we ain't bigoted.
Is he expected, on graduating, to bin off his singing career to manage a fast food franchise? No idea, but that's what's happening. Here comes Busterburger founder and CEO Lyman Vunk to welcome the new intake.
It's the real Lyman Funk.
He invites them all to a party at his house this evening. Mrs. Vunk is a lot younger than her husband, and this hasn't gone unnoticed by Fred. Russell and Fred are roommates, and Russell makes it quite clear that he's there to learn, not to have sex.
As long as I'm here at Busterburger, you women and sex are out.
Yeah. Right.
Cut to the party that evening. Here we meet Lyman Vunk's daughter Mia. She's dating Drill Sergeant Drootin. When Russell and Fred arrive, Fred immediately asks Mrs. Vunk to dance, and Russell is set upon by Conchita, who's desperate to shag him.
Of course.
As he tries to escape her, he bumps into Mia, and they dance. Meanwhile, Presta Popnik sees the buffet and gets a craving.
Shh, shh, shh.
Drootin sees Russell talking to Mia, and he gets jealous.
Take a hike, will you, pal? Look, Mia, was he?
So everyone jumps in the pool thinking it's a pool party. Drootin's decided that he hates Russell. The next day, the learning starts and we meet the faculty. This is Dr. Mole, and he teaches the class about science and how gherkins die giving birth to other gherkins.
Okay.
Mia talks to them about parts of the cow, and Lyman gives the class helpful phrases to learn.
Put those cookies back, motherfucker.
Put those cookies back, motherfucker.
Drootin shows them the practical side of things and trains them on the machine that makes the burgers. Because he hates Russell, he makes him have a go first and turns the machine up to a ridiculous speed to make him fail. There's a side plot where Zipster volunteers help Dr. Mole with his research and ends up getting injected with chicken. I'm not going to bother going into this because it's crap, but Zipster starts turning into a chicken until he lays an egg. I'm not sure how much time has passed, but in their room, Fred is trying to convince Russell to escape the campus and come with him to a Chinese restaurant in town. Russell reluctantly agrees, but when they get to the Chinese restaurant...
Mia! Yeah, and there's Mia's mom. Mama Mia!
The girls promise not to say anything about them leaving campus, and they decide to all eat together. But oh no! In walks Drill Sergeant Drootin. Drootin thinks it'll be nice to eat dinner with Mia, while under the table, Fred decides to eat Mrs. Vunk.
You okay, Mrs. Vunk?
I love eating out.
You're soaking wet, Mrs. Vunk. What the hell is happening?
Earthquake.
But this is the only table that's having one.
Mrs. Vunk can't control herself and pulls the tablecloth off to reveal Russell and Fred underneath. Their punishment is to go inside these pickles and have torture sauce squirted on their heads while the torture jingle plays. I wonder if you can guess what the torture jingle is.
Fred! Man, are we in a pickle?
Later that day at the Church of the Immaculate Restroom, Mrs. Vunk writes a note to Fred telling him to meet her in 2 hours behind the library. So 2 hours later, she drags him to a helicopter.
What if we get caught?
We never used this. Can you imagine Lyman using a helicopter?
Meanwhile, in a scene I can't show, Conchita has come into Russell's room and is trying to force him into sex at gunpoint. The only way Russell can get rid of her is by pretending to be gay.
Oh, you fruta gay!
Bitch.
In the helicopter, somehow Fred and Mrs. Vunk have managed to turn the propeller on. Magneto Jones sees this as an opportunity to escape, so he jumps in.
Mrs. Vunk? Magneto, get the hell out of here!
Mrs. Vunk then manages to get the helicopter in the air, and none of them know how to land it, but they manage to bring it down in the end, onto Drootin's car. Mia has offered to help Russell prepare for his oral exam, so they go to a classroom to study, and then they kiss. But oh no, Drootin sees them. The whole class passes the oral exam, but there's one more test.
For the next 8 hours, you will operate this Busterburger franchise. Myself and Dean Vunk will make a surprise inspection.
Drootin makes Russell the manager, and things get off to a good start with everyone remembering what they've learned.
Put those cookies back, motherfucker.
But oh no, an eating club has arrived. They're called the Fab 400, and they're all fat. So obviously they order a shit ton of food.
Obviously.
Not only that, but because all fat people are greedy, they start stealing food right out of the other customers' hands.
Yes, of course.
Understandably unhappy about this, the other customers leave the restaurant, but still, they've run out of food.
Oh, dear.
Zipster has a plan to get rid of the Fab 400 by putting a high-power laxative in their milkshakes. So after a load of fart jokes, they all make a mad rush to the bathroom, where there's a Japanese businessman who just happens to have a camera and starts taking photos.
Now, everybody!
They're about to start clearing up, but Druton's arranged for a gang of bikers to go in and trash the place.
That bastard Druton's behind this.
Just to be certain that they'll fail the surprise inspection, Druton runs this truck full of live chickens into the restaurant.
Shit! This is it. The party's over. No more Mrs. Vunk.
All I ever wanted was to be a Busterburger manager. I guess I might as well go and join the eating club now.
Excuse me?
Yeah, because that's the only other career option for a fat person.
When I look around this Buster franchise, I see a Buster future that didn't even know it had a Buster past.
So they all decide to start clearing up. But it's too late. Lyman Vunk has arrived for the surprise inspection. He's like, what the fuck's happened here? Druton's like, this is awful. They're all gonna have to be fired. But then Sister Sarah pulls one of the dead chickens out of the fryer.
It's tasty, by God.
What'd you say?
I said it's tasty, by God.
Lyman's like, yes, that's the perfect slogan for our new chicken line.
You'll be our symbol. You'll be the frying nun.
So they all pass.
All right.
Druton's rewarded too, with a spot on the executive board. But Russell has a plan. While Druton thinks this is the ideal time to announce his and Mia's engagement that she hasn't agreed to, Presta Popnik passes Russell the Fat Boy pocket shocker, and he attaches it to Druton's ballsack.
Cool you off, sir.
So Druton's demoted to PPP.
Damn the paper picker.
So they all graduate and Russell's parents are there at the ceremony cheering on their son. Then the Busterburger Lifetime Achievement Award is presented to Magneto Jones. He's rewarded with the removal of his handcuffs, and then he sings a song for the crowd. I wonder if you can guess which song he'll be singing.
America, you're getting burger hungry. Hungry for the burger that makes you hungry.
And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.